This stretch is called the Brettzel. The Brettzel, named by the name of the guy who kind of came up with it, if you will. But it's a nice stretch because it allows us to work thoracic rotation while also kind of creating an anterior hip stretch on the opposite side. So this is actually one of my favorite stretches. It looks more complicated than it is, but let's kind of just hop into it. And there's just a couple of key tricks. I'm going to take this out of my pocket so I don't smash it. So a couple of tricks here. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to bring the top leg forward, and I'm just going to kind of grab onto that with my bottom hand. So in this scenario, right leg's on top, left hand grabs behind the knee. This opposite leg, I'm going to grab with my foot. I'm going to grab my foot with my hand. Now, the whole key to this working, right now this knee is close to this foot. I need to pull it back into hip extension first. Right, so that simple little move of pulling that back to hip extension, that's the whole key to this thing feeling like a nice stretch for you. Now that I got the hip extended, I can pull the foot towards the butt, and that gives me kind of a quad hip flexor stretch. I get it kind of mid to high belly in the quad, probably a little bit of rectus femoris, maybe a little bit of hip flexor there. This is just kind of staying where it's at, and now I'm going to add my thoracic rotation. So I'm just going to let myself fall without letting this leg take off and see where I end up. Okay, a little free crack in my back. And now we're going to hang out here and we're just going to take a few breaths. If you overemphasize that exhale, you're going to get air out of the lungs. You're going to reduce that residual volume. It's going to let you rotate a little further. And that's all there is to it. 3 to 5 breaths will usually do the trick. Kind of feel nice and relaxed getting up out of it. If you want to add a contract relax to it, you can pull with the legs, kind of pull the bottom leg up and the other leg down, like kick the quad, almost like a contract relax or PNF kind of stretch. Certainly optional, but I find just kind of relaxing into it, letting the breath do the work seems to be the best.